What's up, guys? What's up, girls? We have a very somber video today. Red day recap. Finished red today, overtraded, broke all my rules, almost traded the whole day. I'm only supposed to trade an hour and a half, an hour a day. Here I am trading almost to lunch, almost to, the closing bell. Um, at one point, I was down 4,500 bucks. And luckily, I climbed my way back. I climbed my way back all the way to green. And this was later in the day. So this is not something you can usually do later in the day. Because as you know, as the day goes on, volume dies off. And so you want to trade at the beginning of the day when you have the most volume. That's where patterns work the best. Okay, when there's no one trading the stock, patterns don't work as well. And you're trading against a computer most of the time at that point anyway. I climbed my way back to green, and I kept trading, and I had 600 bucks, and I could have just walked away. I didn't walk away, and I took I got on a big flush on BWV and lost $1,000 in that, then took another bad trade on another stock, and now I'm sitting down about 2K. Luckily not 4,500 bucks red. Still a bad day. So let's go to my journal, and we'll go quick on this. We'll talk a little about the psychology of trading, and I lost control today, and sometimes that happens, and frankly, you can't be green every day, and today was probably going to be, it could have been a green day, but it was pretty obvious it's probably going to be a red day after a while, and I kept trying, and so my day started off great. Right early in the morning, within the first 5 minutes of the day, I was up over $3,000, and from there, I just rolled over. You can see here, it's just a complete downwards trend, and I should, and some of you guys were watching live this morning when I took this loss here. I was up about 2,928. I took a big loss, and it sucked. Had a nice win, got back up there, then I started roll over, and then I hit down to break even. I dropped down to break even, and I should have walked away. That's one of my rules, and I was triggered, and you can't trade when you're triggered. I was emotionally triggered at that point, and I knew I should have walked, and I should have, because look at the snowball effect that happened. I just kept losing and losing and losing. I did walk away right here to go get Dutch Bros and whatnot. I came back right here, lost more, luckily rallied, came all the way to green, went back red again, went really nice green. And what was I thinking? I was already at 800 orders on the day, and I should only be doing 200 orders a day, and I'm at 800 orders, 2.4 million shares of volume. What the heck? Anyway, so took a couple losses there and finished red. So, that's a tough thing about trading. These are the kind of days that puts beginner traders out of the game. Okay, they become emotional. They lose control of themselves and their rational thinking. Okay, I have a max loss. My max loss is $2,000. I shouldn't even be hitting my max loss, but how did I get down to negative 4,500? That could have snowballed into an even bigger red day, and I've had that happen. So, it's days like this where people can blow their account up, and most beginner traders blow their accounts up on days like this. I didn't blow my account up, but I definitely took an unnecessary loss. I overtraded, and I screwed up my rhythm. Not only am I taking, $2,000 red day is not end of the world. I'm going to recover from that. But now going into tomorrow, I'm going to have to go slow. My confidence is down. I'm angry. I'm mad. Okay. Luckily, yesterday and Monday were both great days. Yesterday, 5,700, and Monday also a little under 5,700. So I'm still way green on the week. On the month, I'm still in great shape. On the year, obviously great shape. I had a nice hot streak. Look at all these green days back to back. So my hot streak ended today, sadly, and it was about a 3-week hot streak from the end of July. So July 26th to August 16th, I was green every day. But that ended today with a $1,700 loss, which is, when I look back at this loss a year from now, even 2 months from now, I'm not even going to remember really what happened. Maybe I'll remember a little bit, but the reality is it's going to be not a big deal. Right now it's a big deal, but I've been through this so many times. Look at all these red days. It's just part of the deal. It's sad the way this red day happened. 197 trades overtraded. So going in tomorrow, I'm gonna have to cut my trades down by, by like 50%. But I'm gonna have to go way, way down. I'm gonna do like 100 orders. Okay. Uh, let's check how I am on the month. I think I'm still in good shape. I don't need to be super upset about that. Let's see, detailed. So on August, um, I'm still up $48,000. Okay, so still, after today, if I would have shut down at $3,000 profit today, it would be up 53. But now I'm down to 48. So not only did I lose $2,000, I also lost the profit I had. So that's like a $5,000 difference. At one point, I was down 45. I had about a $9,000 swing today. Seven and a half actually, $7,500 swing in my P&L today. Terrible. So that's the tough thing about trading. And this is, a lot of people like to skim over the psychology of trading. They just want to get to the charts. They just want to get to the, oh, where should I buy? When should I sell? And you know what? That's not really the hard part of trading. That's you trade long enough and you see these charts long enough, you start to know what looks good. It's just, can you get over your losing trades? You're going to have losing trades. Okay. Can you get over that? Can you refocus? Can you follow your rules and your max loss even when your emotions are compromised? Okay. And so it's all about discipline at the end of the day. Forget the charts. It's all about discipline. It's, when you first start, it's a little bit about the charts. Okay. And you got to learn the charts and you got to learn what stocks to trade and all that. And I'm going to be doing some videos on finding stocks and whatnot. Just didn't get to it today, but really disappointing today. Let me pull up Thinkorswim quick. I really don't want to, but I'm going to. Biggest loser today was APRN. I don't know what I was doing. I was trading with a big share size on a stock that had mostly selling pressure. And I was trading it over and over again. So it's really only because of one stock, which is why I'm red today, and that's APRN. Volume profile is not good. All the red volume bars down here are bigger than the green. So that tells you the bears were in control. Sellers were in control. Yeah, we had a little bit of a short squeeze here, but it never materialized to a full-blown squeeze. We had a nice attempt through VWAP, but nothing of super, nothing like we've been seeing these past couple weeks where stocks just take off and shorts get absolutely pinched. So terrible on APRN. Luckily green on BWV, but for how much I traded it, not that green, and I took $1,000 loss right at the end, right on this flush right here, this candle right here. I think it was this one right here at about 663, dropped down to about 6. Took $1,000 loss there. And the worst thing ever is it did curl back up later in the day. But, that happens. You got to cut your losses. You can't hold it because the one day you hold it, it's just going to keep going down and down and down. And before you know it, your account is gone. So it was not an option to hold it. It's not a good habit to get into. Also traded EAR, read $1,000 on that. That was disappointing. That was what triggered me earlier in the day. I had $500 on it, got into a trade, was not good, was able to get out green if I sold, but I didn't sell. Next thing you know, it's red again, sold it for $1,000 loss. JCSE was doing well on it, super choppy, big spreads. I don't even want to talk about that. Kirk, $3,000. Kirk was great. I enjoyed trading Kirk. Let's go to Kirk. Let's talk about something positive today. So Kirk had some nice momentum. Look at here, from about 540 all the way up to 719. Some nice pullbacks here and some nice pushes. And I was trading it in this area up here and this, or was it back further? In this area here. Seems to me, no, I kept trading it all throughout these trend lines too on these pushes here, but choppy. Very choppy, but I locked in some nice profits on that, 3,000 on that, and then red 500 on TBLT. That was disappointing too. It had some nice moves. Look at this, all the way from 563. Nice pullbacks here that I didn't capitalize on. Some nice rips from 536 up to 560. And I have this high-low thing set. I'm gonna get rid of that. That's not It's not useful. None. Apply. And someone said to remove the volume on the active trader here on the price ladder, and it helps. So I'm going to do that. Helped a little bit, actually. I don't know why that volume glitches up the system so much, but yeah, if you have your price ladder here, get rid of that volume column. That totally destroys it. So anyways, bad day today, over traded, and so that's just the way trading goes sometimes. And it got the best of me today. My emotions got the best of me today, and you know, I was so down on myself, I actually went out and bought a car today. And so, and I've been looking for a car for a while, but one popped up that I liked. It's a pretty decent looking car. Would have liked to have gotten it a little cheaper, but you know, it wasn't a bad price. So I ended up picking one up. I ended up going with the 4Runner. I know some of you guys have been following along on that, but I like the 4Runner. I think it looks good. I think it's a good car. So picked up a 4Runner today, wrote a check for it, and so that's how I finished my day. So that's my red day recap. Hopefully you guys did better. I think a lot of other people are green today. It was a great day to be green. You know, I got showed up by a lot of, I'm not saying lesser people or not as good traders, but you know, there's plenty of opportunity to be green today. It was not an exceptionally difficult day. It was a little choppy, but I could have finished green. And so there was a lot of traders that were green today. In fact, I don't know anybody that was red today. The only person I know that was red today was me, the trading farmer. Hot streak is destroyed. Profits are still locked in. Averages are still good. They're totally unnecessary. So this is just my running dialogue. And, you know, I'm not trying to put on a show. I'm not trying to waste your time. But, I mean, if you're a trader, you know this feeling. You know the psychology behind trading is tough. And the emotions are tough. And they're real. It doesn't matter that I have 400 grand on the year. Okay? In this moment now, I'm angry. I'm angry with myself. I'm not angry at the market. I'm not angry at the market makers. Can't blame the market makers for your lack of discipline, for my lack of discipline. Got to blame myself, and I should be running like a 15-mile loop right now, punishing myself. 730 orders? What? That is some amateur crap I pulled today, and it cost me $2,000 because my commissions and fees, just fees, were about $200 today. Yeah, a little over $200 in fees. Plus, I wouldn't be surprised if I get a message from TD Ameritrade that I overtraded and they're going to adjust my commission rate. So I withdrew nearly $40,000 out of my account today. I'm going to bring my buying power way down. There were so many times today where I was getting into positions. I was just clicking the buy button over and over again until I had no buying power left. I was literally maxing out my account on all these trades. I was throwing around some big size today. Talking like $60,000, $70,000, $80,000 positions, and I was throwing it around like that. And that's a recipe for disaster, especially when your emotions are compromised. And so the simple thing I should have done today was walk away. I should have walked away when I was up 1,000, and I knew that, and I knew I was triggered. But I went in for that next trade, big size, boom, got smoked on it. Then I'm break even. I knew I should have walked away. My rules and my wisdom told me in that moment I should walk away. I didn't walk away. So learn from my mistakes, guys. Discipline's a tough thing, and it cost me quite a bit of money today, and emotionally it was incredibly draining. So with that said, guys, I'm going to head out. I'll be back tomorrow with another video. Hopefully, I might go live. I don't know. I usually like to take it easy after a loss just to refocus. So maybe won't go live tomorrow, but we'll see. So with that said, guys, I'm heading out, and I will see you some other time.